I would like to talk to y'all about a little gem that I happened to find about 2 months ago. I happened to call it a night, and I get a ping on my phone from this app called OfferUp. Now, mind you, I'm not being paid by these guys. They're not telling me to say it. I'm just being honest. That's where I was shopping. So anyway, I was using the app called OfferUp, and this just happened to pop up. I bought this bike for $500. Yeah, you heard me right. $500. So I contacted the owner. The next day I went out there, checked it out, and he told me that this was a Harvey flood bike. It had been laid down under 20 feet of river water from the San Jacinto River during Hurricane Harvey, and it was there for an entire week. Okay, I'll bite. So I take it home, I purchase it. I mean, $500 bucks. Come on, this is a good deal. If the engine's good, then the bike is good. All right, cool. I used to have one of these back in 2006. This was it was the exact same thing, only it was blue. It wasn't silver. And the frame was black, and the tank was that turquoise blue, which was a perfect choice by Suzuki. Good job, guys. Anyhow, back to this little backstory. So I take this thing home, I check it out, and I go through it, and I know for a fact that this bike can be a beast. Okay, my last one turned out, I was actually really surprised the day I bought it. These Suzuki SV650s are considered torque monsters. I mean, they may not have a great hole shot or great top end, which I was able to get my last one at about 145 miles an hour, and that was laying down on the bike, feet completely stretched all the way back, and laying on the tank, and it was just, yeah, I was trying to be as aerodynamic as I possibly could, and I can only squeeze 145 miles an hour out of it. Hey, you know what? That's fine. But the torque from 0 to 60 was astronomical. This bike can fly. So that is why I jumped on this deal as quick as possible. So anyway, like I said, I bought the bike, I brought it home, I tore it apart, pretty much just checking all the fluids, making sure everything is okay. I checked the oil on it, I checked the plug. There was no silver on the magnet, which is a good sign. The previous owner, I checked both of the filters, that he had K&N on this. It's got aftermarket swing arm, aftermarket sprocket by Vortex, which I'm assuming that is not the stock chain, but I'm gonna have to change it anyway because it's all rusted and the links they don't look that great. And I think that's an O-ring chain, and the O-rings look dried on it, so that's probably why I'm not going to use it. Back tire was flat, but the only problem with that was, where'd it go? This right here, I put that cap on there. The valve core was actually loose, letting air out. So I put nitrogen in the tire, and it actually holds air, which I'm totally surprised. I'm not going to reuse the tire because if you look close enough, I don't know if you can see. Here we go. If you look close enough, yeah, you see that? All these cracks, it's dry rot. These tires are too old and too bad of shape. They need to be changed. So, anyway, the owner told me that the bike was stuck in first gear. However, that is not the case. I went ahead and I took the shifter off, and the actual shifter where the peg was at, the one, you got a foot peg on here, and then you have the rear brake. Well, on the other side, you have the peg here, and you have the shifter. Well, this joint right here was rusted in place, not allowing it to turn, so therefore making it appear as though it is stuck in first gear. I took that off. Every gear shifts. It goes into all 6 gears. I'm telling you right now, I was so happy about that. So for $500, I got a pretty decent bike. So it does run. I got it to run for about five seconds or so, because I was just putting a little bit of fuel in, testing the electricals, making sure there was no corrosion, which in this case I didn't see any corrosion. I mean, I took the battery out, but I mean, there's no corrosion whatsoever. I know the terminals look a little dirty, but you know, it's okay. I haven't done much work to it lately. I've been in the process of buying new parts for it to get it operational. But anyway, I decided to make this channel so I can turn this into Project SV Resurrection, and I would like to see what y'all think. You know, what should I do to the bike? Give me some ideas. You know, I'll try anything out. I'm okay with that. Like, share, subscribe, comment, please. Let me know. Give me some ideas, tips, tricks. If you got something that you may be having some trouble with on your bike, shoot, contact me, and I'll get back to you, and I'll tell you how to fix some stuff if need be. I've worked on these before. I know how they roll. I know how to change certain stuff out. Little tips how I'm getting these off. I mean, I'm actually really good at all this stuff. Also, I have another video I've already started. I'm working on how to get the rust out of a gas tank. This one looks better now, but like I said, I've got another video that shows exactly how I started getting the rust out of the tank. I started using what they call a Evaporust. I'm not being paid. I'm not being told to do this, but it was just my choice of solution of how to remove the rust out of the gas tank. And so far, Evaporust is absolutely awesome. That stuff rocks. And for $22 for a gallon bottle, oh man, I give that a Scott approval. It is awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this in y'all's hands. Like I said, like, share, comment, subscribe. Give me some feedback.